Alright, we are back to the final process video. We're going to finish this coil pot up. This coil pot right now has been shaved with a sure form and smoothed. And now we're going to attach the handles. So I rolled out a slab. And I used a cookie cutter to cut these little shapes out. I made sure that the whole shape was smooth by running a wet finger on it, and now I'm going to attach these guys here. Although I think I might go this way. So you can do your handles coming off the side of the rim, or you can do your handles coming off the edge like this. You just have to follow the natural curve of your rim. So I think I'm going to go this way for this guy. You're going to want to, I did want to show you really quickly. Let me move this off here for a second. If you wanted strappy handles, you could take your slab and a straight edge, okay, and cut, and cut. And now you have, I guess I didn't cut all the way through. There we go. And now I can go like this, cut the edge. I'm going to soften my edges, both my edges. Always softening the edges, right? Always, always. And then I can decide, I think I'm going to go like that big. And so I'm going to take this. This is the size that I want, so I lay it on my other piece and cut that to size. And so I'll show you what you can do with this now. The first thing we need to do is make sure that our handles are even, right? So I'm going to put a straight edge across. And then if you wanted to use these strappy handles, here's what that would look like. I'm just kind of making sure that this is not too dry to bend. I am not going to use strappy handles, so I'm just showing you guys how to do this. And you could lay this handle like that, so that you've got this look going, right? Or you could, that one is kind of dry and wanting to crack. Let's see if this one will do it. You could do this move and have it standing up like that, right? You could do your handles however you want. I have made my handles. I'm going to set this down to give myself an idea of my center. I'm going to come in with some water and my scoring tool if I can find it. I just lost it. Okay, so I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to score this to the top. So, of course, please remember that anytime you want to connect two pieces of clay, you have to score and slip. So that's my score line. Here comes my slip. And I'm going to gently curve this a little and lay it on. I'm supporting the outside, and I'm going to get a rib and really smooth that together. Okay, supporting the other side now. And I'm really just trying to smooth it so it sticks on really well. I'm also going to take a little piece of clay and make a little coil, because I think this handle is going to carry the weight of this whole serving dish, right? So we want to make sure that this handle is really strongly put on there. So I made a little tiny coil, and I'm going to set it here, and another one on the inside, and I'm going to very gently and carefully smooth everything together. Here's my support coil. The first thing is I'm just pushing it on, and then I'm going to start tacking it and smoothing it out with a rib. You can smooth it with your finger, you can smooth it with the rib, you can do it with the sponge. Make sure you connect and smooth your edges as well, doing the inside part. And really making sure that that is not going to go anywhere. And that even this little edge right here is really well connected to my pot, to the body of the pot. All right. Always support the other side. That is very, very, very important. Okay. Get my mud tool sponge, do some cleaning up. This connection right here is really important. Here's one handle, and I'm going to do my next. So that's really when you want to make sure that you are straight across. So I'm going to put my ruler on here. That's the half. I'm going to score my handle. Make sure if you do an opening that you smooth that opening out a little too, so it's not sharp. Okay. That's scored, and then I'm going to score this. So it's going to start here, here, that's my center. Score, score, score. Slip. Make sure that your handle follows this curve, the curve of the rim, that is. And I'm attaching and trying to smooth together, again, super supporting this handle while I do this. Okay, I'm going to roll my little coil. And don't forget that these coils, they dry really, really quickly, so I just put a little water on my board before rolling it out. Starting this little tiny coil. Oops. Not much clay at all, you guys, like really tiny, because the bigger you make your coil, the harder it is to blend it in. See, it's so tiny. There it is, pushed in. See if I can raise this a little bit. Put this on here so you can see it better. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's on there. I just have to do some smoothing now. I'm supporting and smoothing the coil in with the rib. I'm going up and down, side to side. I'm just trying not to my shape of my handle too much. Okay, and now I'm going to clean it up. I don't know if I'm going to start with my finger. Make sure that those ends really blend into the rim. And this pot is really drying out at this point because it has been finished and ready to go for a while. Okay. We're good to go. Sometimes you need to get into these little openings with the paintbrush just to make sure the inside and the edges of this little negative space is not sharp. I'm just going to make sure one more time. Smoothing, smoothing. We're almost done. You want that support coil to completely disappear. All right. That's it. We are finitoed. So right now, all I'm doing is making sure that I don't have any weird lines that I don't want. I saw one over here on the edge, so I'm just taking my super strong blue rib and smoothing that out. And that is working really nicely. I just wet my rib a little bit and just kind of coming around the edges where I saw that there was kind of a weird little edge happening there. Great, that worked really nicely. Always hit it with the rib after. Make sure there's no lines. All right. You just have to be patient with these pots because there's so many different steps to them, and you really want to make sure that they're really smooth and that your handles are evenly placed across from each other. And that's it. This is my coil pot demo finished for you. Make sure there's no weird little dents on the inside or scraps of clay that you need to get rid of. Because once you leave this alone and let it start drying, you can't go back and do much more to it. All right, folks, this is what we look like. Here it is. There are my handles. There's the side view of the handle right there. Super smooth. Side walls are nice and smooth. I went in with the paintbrush and made sure that my inside of these openings are also smooth. And we're done. So I'm going to take my plastic, and as always, I'm going to fold my plastic up just a little bit because I don't want a gigantic piece. And this, be really careful with your handles. This is going to go very lightly over the top, and it's going to dry like this for probably 2 weeks. All right. That's it. We are finished.